But when men don't have money, they don't know what, who, or how to act for you in a relationship. Do men realize what they're like when they do not have money? I've dated men who do not have money. They are the most miserable, unfulfilled, unsatisfied men to be around.
Felt like a king or got true king treatment until I went out of this country.
Absolutely facts. Passport boys, we up.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before we get into this, I ask that you guys please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to click the notification bell to be sure to get my videos as soon as I release them. Guys, I got one for you today. This is a woman speaking facts, right? And it's about men, and it's about dads, right? And you're gonna see, I don't want to ruin it, so we're gonna see. Let's hop right into it right now.
One thing's for certain, two things for sure. You really gotta feel your dad out personally before you listen to your mama. Or you gotta like grow up. Because my mama used to make it seem like my daddy really wasn't like my daddy just trash, like my daddy just why do you like your dad? Why are you with your dad? Why do you even have a dad? I call my dad because my car messed up, and I'm like, I'm about to take it to your guy. He like, it's good. He called me back talking about it's $900. Send it back. Send it back. Come on. Take the parts out and send the car back. Thanks. He says, Nadia, just go get your car in the morning. I got it. Miss White over here, she wouldn't have pulled the freshest penny out the crack of her.
Yeah, and it's true what she's saying. And not only that, I didn't really understand things like that until I became a man, when I started hitting 16, 17. And even then I started understanding. I think when I hit more like around 25, I fully understood it, right? Now, because what it is women, they paint this picture about a man, and you never know. You grow up and you realize, you start understanding what it is to be a man, and then you start putting it together, right? And you go, oh, especially as a man. But this is good, because for women too, women really need to figure these things out, because women carry more emotions, right? They're more emotional. Now me, when I grow older, right, I'll be honest with you, my real father was never ever around, right? I seen him one time when I was 7, and I felt bad about it, right? I felt crazy about it. But then I realized something when I heard the story of how my mom got pregnant, right? He was actually had a girl, was in college. He had a girlfriend at the time. So when my dad wasn't there, I truly understood when I got older and said, oh, that's why. Not only did he have a girlfriend, he got hooked on heroin. Baltimore, you guys already know. And yeah, so that's when it was like, okay. But still, a lot of situations happen. A lot of times, guys really just can't be there. Women will paint the picture. Oh, your dad is horrible. Your dad doesn't do this for me. Meanwhile, your dad is breaking his back to do whatever it takes to make things happen. And you won't really know it until you get around him. And then you realize, wait a minute, my dad's a good guy. But anyway, guys, I got another one for you here. This woman's talking about men. Pretty much saying men are the worst when they don't have any money. Let's get right into this.
As somebody who's been with many broke guys before, I feel like this is a topic I can actually speak on without being biased. Men get on social media and often complain about women not sticking by their side if they do not have money, women only using them for money, women only this and that. Do men realize what they're like when they do not have money? And this is a serious, genuine question, because we've all been in a point in our life where we don't have money, and it's not easy, and I'm not trying to bash anybody at all. But what I'm saying is, when I've dated men who do not have money, they are the most miserable, unfulfilled, unsatisfied men to be around. And I get it, like, not having money is stressful. But when men don't have money, they don't know what, who, or how to act for you in a relationship. Men associate their worth to money in relationships. So when they don't have that, they are not pleasant partners to be around. They don't ever plan dates on a budget. They're miserable all the time, and they're constantly thinking about how to make 10K in 1 week. I personally feel like this is a perspective worth talking about because we always talk about it from a materialistic standpoint.
Yeah, see, this here is not right. But let me go right back into it. I'm gonna play it again. We're gonna break it down.
As somebody who's been with many broke guys before, I feel like this is a topic I can actually speak on without being biased. Men get on social media and often complain about women not sticking by their side if they do not have money.
It's true, because women do not stick by men's side if they don't have money. Hypergamy is real, right? And women can't help themselves. I'm not saying every woman. There are still women that will stick by a man's side. There are bad guys out there. But for the most part, women do not stick by men's side if they don't have money. Especially if it's a man they just met, right? But then at the same time, she's not going to care because that guy is coming across a certain way, right? Because a lot of times there's so many guys that don't have money that get the most women, right? Because that's all they have to do all day. All day, all they do is just chase girls. I knew plenty of guys like that, right? They chase girls, and that's all they did. And then those will be the same guys that you see this girl talking about men not having money, he's not having fun, he's not fun to be around, that go end up banging the guy and cheating on her man with the guy that is having fun, but he doesn't care. His whole thing was just to sleep with girls. So there you have it. Let me continue this.
Women only using them for money, women only this and that. But do men realize what they're like when they do not have money? And this is a serious, genuine question because we've all been...
Of course, I understand. I understand because I was there before, right? A lot of guys were there before, and women don't realize how hard they are to be around when we don't have money, when they don't have money, right? Or when we don't have money. Sorry, I meant to say we don't have money, but they don't realize it, and a guy should feel uncomfortable. That happened. That would happen with me all the time, right? I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. That's why I think every guy needs to say, you know what? If they're working and they feel like their money's not enough, get another job, right? If you're working 40 hours and you feel like your pockets are slim, get a part-time job. Work 60, 70, 80 hours, right? Do something at home. Do a side hustle. I was working before. I was working at Cablevision, and then I would come home and I had a side hustle. I had a promotion business, right? And I did it every day. I would come home around 6. I would get off at 6, come home around 7, and then be inside the house planning and working on different promotion techniques for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll be doing that from like 7, 8, all the way to 3 in the morning. Slept, got up the next day to be at work at 9. And I did it every day like clockwork for years. That's what a lot of guys need to do. But still, this woman is straight up bashing guys. And you see here, she's a coach. This is V's coaching, right? V's coaching. So she's coaching women. And this is why the West is so tainted nowadays. Because you have women that are coaches like this that are bashing men, right? And guys are not necessarily bashing women. They're bashing themselves by showing their attitudes. And this is it here, right? And she doesn't realize it. And she could be doing it for a buck, but come on now, is that really what's happening? But yeah, guys, this is wild, and this is another clear reason why guys are leaving. That's what all of these videos are. Just to clear. This is a cut and clear, precise example written out in 3D for women to see why guys are leaving for greener pastures. It's not because we want to, it's because we have to. So I'm looking at these brothers here. I'm looking at brothers today. Let's take a look at this video here.
I've had good relationships in my life, but I have never felt like a king or got true king treatment until I went out of this country.
Facts.
Where you're praised, especially as a black man, and one, I'm from America,
Yeah.
and 2, I'm black.
For being you, right?
It's like the world is yours whenever you leave this country.
Listen, I've traveled over 12 countries. He's absolutely correct. Case in point, he's in Thailand.
Well, I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay.
And one of the 12 countries that I've been to is Thailand. And what you just saw is absolutely facts. Passport boys, we up. What up? Like rare kings.
Now that is all I have to say about that. Passport bros, we are up.